Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it is me, Sacred G. Well, today we're going to talk about something psychological. This is a term that I have heard said many times, and I've just recently learned about. And this may sound familiar for those of you that have seen my number one sign of a bad friends video, but there's actually a psychological term which sounds really silly in my own opinion, and that is the narcissists or the toxic person's flying monkeys. I know, sounds fucking stupid, right? Let's get in it. So, in this rant, I'm actually going to refer to these people as narcissists or toxic person's bitch, because that's essentially what they are. And what are these types of people, you may be wondering? So, what a narcissist bitch is pretty much, or what they are pretty much, is somebody who does the horrible bidding of these toxic personality types. That could be talking shit and slandering your name to the point where you can't work anymore, or they will actually directly come to you to try to, ruin your reputation, either through social media or actually all come to you in person. I'm pretty sure that can happen. And these people, man, I hear a lot of these videos say, well, you gotta actually give them, leeway. And I can understand, you gotta, be understanding. I get that. However, that does not excuse these people's behavior. Well, they were manipulated. They don't even know what they're doing. Oh, really? So if people were manipulated to rob a bank, are we going to excuse that because they were manipulated? That doesn't make any fucking sense, and that doesn't give them a pass. If they are willing to go out of their fucking way to, tarnish your name and say you're a bad person, and honestly, they're fucking stupid because 90% of the time they don't have a foundation for anything that they're saying. They can't even back up the shit that they're calling you. They can't even give an example of how you are a bad person. It's just, you're a terrible friend, this, that, the third. And it's just fucking ridiculous. I really think it's stupid to sit here and say, well, they were manipulated, so that means you have to understand where they're coming from, which I don't fucking care. I don't want to make friends with fucking idiots. I'm sorry. These people are fucking idiots. They are just as bad as the toxic personality type. They are willing to do and say terrible fucking things. But they didn't know. I don't fucking care, man. If it came to murder and they were influenced to kill somebody, are we going to excuse that? Where do we draw the line? I don't understand why people are saying, oh, well, they were manipulated. But I get it. It's to be fair and to be understanding. I totally understand that. But it's happened to me personally, and I just don't fucking care. I don't give a shit if you were manipulated. I'm sorry you're fucking stupid. And you believe lies. That's the other thing these people fucking do. They believe bullshit about you. Well, that never happened. And the funny thing too is that they weren't there for 90% of the things that they were told. They're only going by their own fucking experiences. And some of these people are actually narcissistic themselves or just toxic themselves. I think if you're willing to partake in this shit, you're both stupid and just toxic. Honestly, dude. These people are not your friends. These people could be close friends. And if they're stupid enough to believe the dumb shit that is said for things they weren't there for, then they're retarded. I'm sorry for the harsh language, but I mean, Jesus Christ, these people are fucking so stupid. They're willing to believe things about somebody that they don't know if it's true or not. Isn't that laughable? That's literally fucking laughable to me, man. The other thing about these people too is that, they either, that I don't hear talked about actually, is that they will be willing to do it on their own initiative. They'll just do it because that's just who the fuck they are. And honestly, they're just as bad in my opinion. Even the people sitting in the sidelines, if people are saying you deserve it, oh, you deserve to have people slander you and say things that if you really read what they say, if you've had it dealt with in person, on social media, they don't have a fucking foundation. They don't. They just say that you're a bad person to see if it sticks. That's all they're doing. And if it's a closer, if it's somebody close to you, whether that be a sibling or a fucking friend or a best friend, and they believe this, you were not as close as you thought. I personally think people that, that know you better should honestly know better. But apparently, there are fucking retards in this world. They're fucking stupid. My personal experience with this, I made a video talking about, somebody that did some things that I just didn't care for, like talking shit behind my back every time I tried talking to him. This was on a multiple occasion. This wasn't just once this happened. It would just seem like he didn't like me. And then everyone in the woodwork, because this is where it usually happens when you criticize somebody, they come in and start fucking pointing the finger at you, trying to take the heat off the person. And the funniest thing is, they weren't fucking there. Honestly, I don't even remember half the shit they said because it was fucking forgettable. And the funniest thing is that I know for a fact that they weren't there for any of it. Or for what I was talking about. It's just fucking silly and just retarded, dude. These people are dumb. Anywho, and also another thing, before I end the video, these people will try to, rope you back in, months down the line. They just don't seem to get that when you say you're done, you're done. Because they'll try to call you and try to bring you back in. And there is, the often chance, which I don't know how often this happens, but where they have people spying on you. Because they are the toxic person's bitch. Essentially. You shouldn't be listening to people who are not your boss. And if they are your boss, you shouldn't be doing things that will ruin somebody's life. Or, make them look bad when you don't know the full context. That's the other thing. These people don't bother to look into it fully because they can't fucking think for themselves. They're fucking stupid. That's what I'm saying. Anywho, I know I came back with a little ranty, but this is a topic that I actually did want to talk about for some time, and these people are dumb as hell. They can't think for themselves. And so they do the bidding of these people. And then, and the other thing is too, if you did make a post, let's say, on Facebook or Twitter or something, where you can post text on a wall, a metaphoric wall, you need to read what they say, because if they don't actually address anything that you said and try to change your mind or even reach out to you civilly, to be honest, but it doesn't matter. If you're done, you're done. They usually can't argue against what you said. They just jump to conclusions just right out the gate because that's where their dumb brain takes them. Anyway, that's me, Sacred G. That's what the narcissist or toxic person's bitch is pretty much somebody who listens to somebody they shouldn't. And I've heard people say, there's a video or short I watched earlier, or I think yesterday, where this guy said, well, some of these people have normal lives. I don't fucking care. Then they really don't have common sense, do they? They're not very intelligent people. Congratulations. I don't see how you could defend these people. These people are not your fucking friends. These people are snakes. And if it's a close friend who believes this stuff, they fucking backstabbed you. Even if it's a sibling or a cousin. Anywho, it's me, Sacred G, signing off. Again, I'll try to upload as much as I can, but I'm like you guys. I'm kind of the viewer and the commenter all in one, and I do tend to make videos. This is a hobby to me. It's not a fucking job. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace the fuck out, and thank you very much for watching and listening to every single one of my videos. So, catch you in the next fucking video, and sorry if this was negative. The world's not a perfect place. Not everybody's terrible. Some people, to give a little positive light on this, some people will probably quickly recognize what they're doing is bad, and I think that's fine. If it took them a day to be like, okay, this is a little fishy. If you made a video on Facebook or a text and they were only shown the insults or particular parts, which means it was taken out of context, to be honest. And they're like, I want to kind of get the full story here, then that's fine. I don't think the person's a fucking snake. But if it took them a month or even a few months, or even a few weeks to realize that, there's probably a chance they'll go report to the person. There's no point in trying to fight for to get these people on your side. If they've done the dirty work for the lazy ass motherfucking toxic person, then they're just as bad. Even the people that sat on the sidelines and were like, you deserve it, man. You shouldn't have done this or that. Even though you didn't call them a fucking pedophile or something that fucking severe, you just said they did a few things that made you think, that indicated to you they didn't like you. And of course, you know, they'll say things like, well, I thought you didn't like me, because they're babies. And they want to play the victim. They want the finger pointed to you. Anywho, I'm sorry. That's me, Sacred G. Catch you in the next video. And again, thank you guys so much for listening and or watching every single one of my videos. Catch you in the next one. Peace the fuck out.